Good morning, stamping friends. How is everyone doing today? We are gearing up for Valentine's Day, so that's what today's project is going to be about. I was curious, though, what everyone did for Super Bowl. Did you watch the game? Did you eat food? Did you wait for the commercials? We had a really nice day, and we had friends from Minnesota here, so we sat and watched the game with them. I didn't really care who won, but for me, it's always all about the food. And but we just had a great time, and the game was so-so. Commercials were so-so, but we had fun, so that was a good day. So as I said, today we are going to be doing a project that is for Valentine's Day, and I kind of was trying to think of something for people that maybe don't have a lot of time, and the day is actually creeping up pretty fast. And it's something yummy, and that means it's probably a sweet treat involved. And so I just want to share that with you, and I'm going to pull one of my favorite stamp sets from the annual catalog, Nothing's Better Than. Again, this is Connie Stewart's $1 million stamp set that she designed. So we're going to use that because they have some of my favorite words in here: coffee, cookies, and chocolate. Not much of a cocktail person, but we are going to design or play with this one today. So the first one I want to show you is, I already made it up because there was embossing and die cutting, so this one's kind of already done, but the next one I'll show you how I create. Who knows what Crumbl cookies are? I just discovered these maybe a year ago, and we have one really close to our house, which is kind of a dangerous thing. But they are so good, and I know you might be thinking, well, a cookie's a cookie, so what's the big deal? But you really ought to try one. I think they use like a half a pound of dough for one cookie, but they are so good. So I've been kind of giving these as little treats and gifts because they're so easy. And look at the adorable box. You can't go wrong with pink and black. So the tag I made uses the punch. Let me show you which one it is. It's the Scallop Tag Punch, which we've had for a couple years. And whoops, wrong one. Well, that one would work as well, but I chose this one because there's a smaller hole here. So this is the one I did, Scallop Tag Punch. So I just did the middle one to make it a little bit skinnier, and let me tell you how wide your paper has to be. That's about 1.5 inches long, and then you can just kind of guess. I stamped this and created it, and then I just cut the end off, so however you want to space yours is good. All right, so for the top and bottom, I just embossed in white embossing powder using Versamark ink, and then I took the cookies die from Love You More Than stamp set, and this is bundled together. If you buy the stamp set and the dies together, you'll save 10%. So I put it on our foam adhesive paper or whatever it is. Let me grab it so you can see. And foam adhesive sheets. And what you do is you just cut off a little bit, and then you put your cardstock on. Actually, you peel the paper off first so the cardstock sticks to that, and then you stick it through the die, and it makes a nice little sticker that's foam, and then it pops up. I don't know if you can see that. All right. So, and then this ribbon is our, let's see, I had to write down all these things. Our black glittered organdy ribbon, which is 3/8 inches wide. This is just basic black cardstock. And the pink I chose is Blushing Bride. Doesn't that match nicely? All right, so that's our first one. I'm going to take this off, and then we will create the second one, because that one I can do live for you. All right, so I'll put that up here. And what I did first was I just took vellum cardstock, and I die cut it using our stitched So Sweetly dies. This is kind of my go-to these days. I really love this because there's so many sizes in it. This is the largest one of this shape. And then we are going to use Stays On ink, just the jet black, and our two stamp sets. I don't normally use Stays On. I like to use Memento ink, but when you stamp on vellum, it takes a little bit to dry. So Stays On actually stamps better. So let's stamp this. And another thing that you're going to want to get is stays on cleaner, and the reason is because as soon as you have ink on here, you need to get it off here, because this one is permanent. You know, it's like a Sharpie marker. It's going to stay. And so when you take the cleaner, it'll get it off right away. One time I did it for a class and I left it on all the time, and it actually kind of ate into the stamp. So it's very, very important that you get this ink off right away. But this one doesn't, I don't want to say smear, but it dries a little bit faster than Memento. I don't know. With vellum, I just have better luck using the Stays On, and it stamps a little bit darker. So, oh gosh, last time when I stamped, I got my head in the way. So I'm gonna try to do the stamp at an angle here, and just center it as best you can, and just somewhere at the top like that, a day without. And then I die cut, well, I'm gonna come back to the center. Cookies is gonna go in here, but we're gonna do our stamping first. And then let's do, so it's gonna say a day without cookies is like, just kidding, I have no idea. Oh gosh, isn't that the truth? That's the story of my life. I have such a sweet tooth. When we had our Super Bowl party, I started planning the food around the dessert. I knew at dessert I wanted in sweets, and then I went, okay, what goes well with, you know, Pizookies or whatever. So I'm kind of backwards that way. All right, so this is all we did for stamping, and even though you are on camera, I'm going to take the time to do this because, like I said, from previous experience, I do not want this to set in my stamp. So I'm going to take that off right away. Just rub the Stays On top. And then if you have just like a cloth, I'm going to grab a tissue because it's closer to me here, and then just dab it off. But if I had my cloth right handy, I would do that. All right, so now I don't have to worry about that. All right, now let's create the cookie part. So I took a piece of black cardstock, and this is 3/4 inch by 3 inches wide. And I'm going to have a trivia question. This is a really cool punch, and it's still available. It was in the holiday mini catalog, and you know what I did? Once the catalog is over, I throw them all away because I don't really need more, but I keep one for myself. And then sure enough, a customer called and wanted a catalog, and so I gave her my last one because she probably wanted ideas from the past. So I gave her mine, so I don't even have a holiday catalog anymore. And right before I went live, I was like, I don't know how to find the name of this. So I quick went to my website and I put in banner punch and punch, nothing came up. So I know it's available, but my trivia question for you is, what is the name of this punch? Oh boy. But you can do either the flag or the opposite, and I'm going to do the flag punch and just push it in as far as it'll go, and then punch, and then let's do the other side. Same thing, like that, and it's perfection. All right, and then I did already die cut the word cookies, so we're just gonna put that on. And you know what, I always forget I have those sticker sheets now. I should have done that, but I'm so used to grabbing my liquid glue, and I just barely put dots on, but our adhesive sheets would work perfect with that. I've got to have those more at arm's length because then I will reach for it, but I always forget that I have them. All right, and then just put it in the center here, and you can see that the eye is not dotted yet, but have no fear. I will add that. And you have to be careful when you die cut this because this eye is about as big as a pin head. And I'm just gonna make one little dot with glue here, and this is when your pick tool comes in handy because of that rubber end, and you just pick that up and place it right on there. It's just easier than trying to pick up this tiny little dot. So many times I lose that dot when I'm die cutting, and then I have to go back and cut out just a dot. All right, now let's flip cookies over, and I'm gonna grab a couple dimensionals, put them on the back, and you can guess where this is gonna go, right smack in the middle, like this. Now it matches a little bit better with the box that they created. All right, and the last thing is I'm just going to take my office supply punch. I have so many punches, I just grabbed what was close. But this is the 1/8 inch punch. So it can turn into a tag. The fun thing about this is because it is on vellum, you can see through it. So we'll be able to see the box. All right, now, oh, I want to add one more thing. These Pastel Pearls are so pretty, and they are available now again. I know they were back ordered, so grab them while they're here. And let's just put one of these down to tie in a little more pink, and we'll put it right there. All right, now I'm also going back to the holiday catalog. I made sure that we can still get this. This is the metallic mesh ribbon. Oh, it's so fun to work with. It really goes with everything because it's silver, and I think silver and black go well together. So I just pre-cut it, and I'm going to tie it like this. I don't tie it tight yet, and then somehow, some way, you're going to get I hope I'm still in the camera. You're going to get this wire mesh through that tiny little hole. It'll pull right through, and just going to pull it tight, and then we're just going to make a bow with this. And the nice thing about this ribbon, it doesn't matter which way it goes. It's really easy to maneuver after you have it tied. And then one last thing I like to do is kind of pull the bow apart to puff it out a little bit. And this is going to make a great treat because Crumbl cookies are the best. I have not met anyone who does not like Crumbl cookies. I even bought a box. Oh, I don't think my daughter-in-law watches this. Hopefully not today, but I sent them a box for Valentine's Day because normally I buy kind of all that junky stuff that kids throw away, you know, like pencils and Valentine treats like that. But I thought this year I'm going to get something that the family can enjoy. So anyway, just play with the bow, and if you want to move it up so you see the logo, move it down, you know, in front of it, it doesn't really matter. But, and their most popular cookie is sugar cookie. However, I always go for the one with Nutella in or peanut butter or something. But I did make a copycat recipe for Super Bowl Sunday, and my friend, she couldn't even tell the difference of the recipe because she's had both. I should have done like a taste test, but you guys, you have got to try those. And I promise I'm not getting royalties from Crumbl Cookies because I feel like I'm doing a commercial for them. But anyway, they are so good. But how can you go wrong with a box like this? This is worth it alone. So you know what? I'm going to put my link for that copycat recipe because you've got to try it. It is so good. And I think you'll like it. So you don't even have to go to Crumbl Cookie, but you won't have a box if you don't go there. So, well, I hope you enjoyed today's little treat for Valentine's Day. I'm going to make one for my husband and my family. And then I think it's just a hit with anyone. I'm making some for my grandkids as well. All right, you guys have a... Oh, I forgot. My host code, if you would like to order, is right here. And just use that if you place an order. And remember, if your order is over $35 or more, you get this month's Creative You projects. And so... But you know what? The deadline was the 10th. If you get your order in today, I'll sneak you in for February. But if you put it after today, then I'm already done, you know, prepping the projects and stuff. Then you'll roll over to March. So, but if you can get the order in by today, I will sneak you in for February's projects. And I think you're going to love them. All right. Have a good day. And we will chat with you again soon. Bye-bye.